What's up, everybody? So I just read a post about Bitcoin dropping to zero. And this is how I'm going to explain how that is impossible for Bitcoin to drop to zero, okay? So, well, Bitcoin spikes up, huge spike, right? It's 3,000. Now we're like right here. We have an entire base amount of investment, right? Like this is what was left in. This is ultimately what changed, right? This is what's left in, and now we have more. If this were to stay like at at $10,000 the whole time, that would also be what's left in. If it can't drop below, the reason why this is important to look at is because of how many people own Bitcoin and how many people don't sell it, because Bitcoin is being traded on the dark web, deep web, exchanges. Also, if you're a criminal, you're going to be using Bitcoin because it's untraceable. So, criminals, like criminal, which has to do with the deep web, which is their form of currency, which is Bitcoin, which has to do with the criminal, which this Bitcoin also has to do with exchanges. But these people who buy Bitcoin keep the price up. There's a certain amount of people spending Bitcoin and buying Bitcoin again, exchanging it for more Bitcoin, because they hold that Bitcoin as an investment or as a currency, as a dollar. It won't go any lower than the amount of people holding that amount of Bitcoin. It can't. It's impossible. So we've also got mafia. Oh, mafia. Ooh. Like we're talking like some serious criminal stuff. This is like, if you were to want to stash money somewhere, where would you stash money? Chances are it was stashed in here. Somewhere in here, it's been stashed. Like 50% of the market, I guarantee you 50% of Bitcoin is owned by the criminals. It's literally their market. It's theirs. They used it first. They started doing things with it. It's theirs. Bitcoin will never stop being used on the deep web. It'll never stop being exchanged. All right, criminals need Bitcoin. It is needed. And so what's next? What was it? Cartels. We got Mexico. We got cocaine being shipped. Not just cocaine, we're talking billions of dollars worth of drugs. All right, so what are you going to do? Here's my property. Let's bury Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin, but let's bury dollars. Like, why would you ever think that's a good idea to bury your dollars? Okay, where are you going to put your dollars? Well, start selling things for Bitcoin. Your Coke. How do they get their money? Do you think that people are transitioning money, all this money across the border back over? That'd be so pointless, because it can go through the air. Happy consumer. He got his cocaine, okay? Coke. He sent Bitcoin over. He bought Bitcoin in US dollars. After he buys Bitcoin in US dollars, he cannot be traced. So Bitcoin remains in here from his US dollars on our side of the field to Mexico, who then leaves it in as an investment because they own the market. It's theirs. Mafia, criminals, the exchanges. We're toying with their money. We're toying with it. It really is not important to them. If people make really think about it, guys, $10 million. If they really lost $10 million, do you think that matters to them? When they make a shipment across the border through cars, through boats, they're making billions of dollars. All right, do you really think that $10 million for even 100 people is a big deal to them? No, it's not. It's absolutely profitable for them to invest in Bitcoin, because as months go on and time goes on, We made some money right here. I made money off that big Bitcoin spike. I made 10 million. Oh, they lost 10 million. Oh, big deal. They don't care because guess what? They don't need to spend all that money right now. They don't. Like they're stashing it, bro. They're literally making so much money they can live as wealthy as possible. You think $10 million is going to affect them? No, it's not. So what next? Oh, another $10 million. And not just 10 million. We're doing 10 million times even 100. Times 100. To them, that's literally chump change. How much money do you think they had already before they invested in Bitcoin? Before they truly pumped up the market? Probably a lot of money. And they might have been the ones that started the spike. All right? You slowly funnel money in. So let's say this. This is them right here. They're slowly funneling money in without impacting the market, right? They're doing it in such a way that it's staying stable. It's going up and down, up and down. To us, it's going up and down, and then the price gets pushed up because they're gonna multiply what they put in down here because they can multiply it up here. Some people didn't make any money. Some people made money, but when they multiply it, they can sell out more. Some they could sell if they wanted to, or they could just leave it in. It really doesn't matter. They're funneling money in here. I would if I was a criminal. Are you kidding me? The government cannot take care of Bitcoin. They can't do anything about it. They can't take it off the site. They can't do anything. It's unregulated by them. And no, the cartel is not going to be burying trillions of dollars that they've saved in a freaking backyard. It's somewhere. It's on the internet. It's on the web because it's viewed as a currency here, a currency on the exchanges, currency for criminals, for buying like simple things, like little things. Like people buy so many different things. Mafia. I don't know much about the mafia, but I do know that they're still here and they still exist, and they're probably using Bitcoin because it's untraceable. It's money untraceable, and these guys 100% using it, 100%, dudes. Like there is no reason not to. So what I'm getting at is Bitcoin is going to go up again. All right, they might. You know what they might be doing is they might be holding back cash. They might be holding it back. And they're waiting to invest it in again. They're just waiting. They're putting in money right now, but they're waiting to invest a bunch at once. And then all of a sudden they invest a bunch and spike the market up. And then there's a base price that it stays at after they spike it up. Just like this one. What was it, like $3,000, $4,000? So that amount of money is being held on to. It can't go any lower unless those people sell those coins, right? Because there's only so many coins that people can own. So if somebody owns 50% of the coins, they never sell them, the price will hold a stable value. It will. And so once they get more money in there, it holds another stable value. It's a big ass bank account. One big bank account for somebody with a lot of money. Right? This 50% is going to turn to 75%, 80%. And they're just owning up all the market. Not a big deal for us because now all of a sudden we're trading 20% at what? $30,000. People will still trade it. Do they care if people trade it? No. They have so much money that they can put back in it anyways. There's so much money that they can keep investing. So there's all this crap on saying Bitcoin can drop to zero, can go away. Bitcoin is not efficient. Are you kidding me? It's been used for years on the deep web. It's been used for years. It's now being used for years on the exchanges. It's been used for years from criminals, from cartel, gambling sites. People gamble all the time with Bitcoin. Why not? People do it all the time. So when we really look at it, it's now being used consistently. I think Amazon accepts Litecoin now. Bitcoin's better than Litecoin. It is. Bitcoin's the best, right? It's just so expensive now. It's kind of iffy for people to try and buy a whole coin. You don't want to buy a whole coin. You want to buy a fraction of one based on what you think it's going to do. If it goes to $30,000, how much do you want to make off of your $100 investment, right? $100 is at $10K. You're going to triple your investment. And do these guys care if you triple your investment? No, because they have made so much more money, and all it is something to stuff it in, something to stuff the money in, so they can spend it, so they can use it for whatever they need. Right? They got people willing to accept Bitcoin. They want to buy a big house. It's the cartel. They're gonna go, oh, take Bitcoin. Oh yeah, we take Bitcoin. Boom. Oh, if they don't take Bitcoin, well, you're gonna take Bitcoin. Bang bang. Like, it's just a simple thing. It's criminal activity. It's this is the gold for criminals. This is gold right here, okay? So, in my opinion, Bitcoin will never stop going up. All right, it might hit a little down, a little dip right here, right? Like this one. It might hit a little dip right here, and then boom, shoot up to the moon. Because it's a solid way to make money, and a solid way to save your money. It is. It's a bank account, right? I mean, just think of it this way. Look at all the big major companies. They're up like 11 million%. 11 million%. And they're all still going up. 100 million%. They're all still going up. From like 1997, from way back. How is that possible? Because people keep putting money in them. And when they sell, when somebody sells their profit, it doesn't matter because somebody's going to buy that and keep the price where it's at and keep it building up, right? People have taken their tens of millions of dollars out 20 years later, and it has not done anything to the market because there's enough people buying to actually control that in that way to where it keeps going up. So it's literally better than stocks. All right. It's more versatile. It's more tradable, in my opinion. You would have just, in order for you to have really a lot of fun trading it, you would have had to get in way back here, right? And then sell up here and wait right here. Wait for that drop, right? But who's to know that it got up here? You know how many people could have sold out? You know how many people could have sold out? Everybody could have sold out right here. And barely anybody it was in at the top. Barely anybody. Let's say 10 people. All right? Not a whole lot. But to you, that number's big. To them, 10 people at the top. I mean, come on. If I opened up Bitcoin and I had $50,000, $100,000, ding, I'd sell right there. I would not care. I would leave 20,000 in, of course. I'd leave some in. You always want to do that. You don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, all these people using it for all sorts of things. It's going to be a precious metal. It's basically a precious metal just online, right? Anyways, so yeah, let's do a quote. I wonder what it is today. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. So I'm dead. I've lived my life. Now I'm going to take what's left and live it properly. Interesting. So it's like, it's saying that everything that, when you die, everything that you die with is all what you need now to live properly. Like it's like when you're dead, you receive that information that none of this or that mattered, but this did. You know what I mean? And so you want to take that with you. So you want to understand and realize what it takes to live properly by thinking of yourself as dead and you have lived your life. Well, that's a humble thought. All right, have a good night, guys.